Welcome back, Spartans. This time around, day 3 of the Celestial Storm week, we are opening up the 2 theme decks that you can choose from for this particular expansion. Ever since Ultra Prism, we've been getting very good theme decks, very playable theme decks. Not, the old theme decks where they could barely, they barely have any playability. They're just kind of like gimmick decks. No, this time around, since Ultra Prism, we've gotten some pretty legit theme decks that you can just easily tweak, just minor tweaks, and then take it to, a more, I don't want to say like more professional tournament, just like you could probably do okay-ish in a tournament and still have a lot of fun. And then they're continuing that trend with here in Celestial Storm with these 2 expansions. What is this one called? Leaf Charge, and then the other one is called Hydro Fury. So we have obviously Grass versus Water, Sceptile versus Swampert, and we're gonna open them up, take a look at what's inside, take a look at what the deck contains, and then decide at the end which one would be probably the more ideal for you guys, at least based on my opinions. Each one will have their own taste. For instance, honestly, if I was just to pick between the 2, I wouldn't even look at Sceptile. I'd just pick Swampert because I'm just biased to water Pokemon. I love water Pokemon. I'm always gonna pick water Pokemon. Sceptile, though, is a very nice card, definitely worth looking into. And in fact, that's the one we're gonna start off with. So I'm gonna put Swampert off to the side here. Let's go ahead and open up Leaf Charge and see what we get out of this particular theme deck. Now, you do get the usual trimmings of the theme deck. You do get the playmats, which I could open up a little bit. I don't want to open it up all the way because it is kind of a struggle to get folded back up, but you can kind of already tell it's got Swampert on one side, Sceptile on the other. You guys can use your imagination from there. Here are the punch-out tokens, the old school standard tokens, which I don't know if anyone ever uses, but hey, if you can't afford dice, or you just are in need of tokens and these are the ones you can get, that's fine. They still work. That's why they include them. This is like budget-friendly stuff here. And then you get, that's right. You get the whole checklist for all the cards that are in Celestial Storm. Checking off, if you got the standard, and then there's like the reverse, and or hollow to it. There's the checklist there, and then shows you some of the cards that you can get. Obviously, these are the 2 main Prism cards that everyone wants to pull. And then the Rayquaza is like the most sought after one because it is a very deadly card. Like, it's got a lot of power to it. So a lot of people are expecting it to be played in Worlds. We shall see. This coin is actually pretty sweet. Check that out. If you are a Sceptile fan, you need to pick up this theme deck because just for this coin alone, like, that is a beautiful coin. I'm going to put that right there off to the side. That is awesome there. And then here is the, the promo, or not the promo, the holographic, sorry. Losing my train of thought here. The holographic, the Sceptile. So here is what it does. Power of Nature. Prevent all damage done to your Pokemon that have any leaf energy attached to them by attacks from your opponent's Ultra Beast. Did I say leaf? Grass? Grass energy. Wow. Why did I say leaf? Because it is a leaf. Anyway, grass energy. So basically, Buzzwole, Stack Attacker, Ultra Necrozma, Dusk Mane, Dawnwings, none of them can do any damage to this as long as it has a grass energy attached to it, or any of your other Pokemon, as long as this is on the board and you have grass energy attached to them. So obviously a very awesome card. Powerful Storm. This attack does 20 damage times the amount of energy attached to all of your Pokemon. So let's say you have 6 Pokemon, you have at least 1 energy per Pokemon. That's 120 damage for just 1 energy. Definitely worth it. Sorry for the bump of the camera there. This is a very good card, so definitely worth looking into for sure. And then here is the little deck box that you get with all of the cards inside. Let's see here. Now, usually they kind of mix up some types here, so grass and maybe something else. Like I said, I haven't seen the whole list yet, so we're taking a look at this together for the very first time. Just going to be a bunch of grass energy here, so I'll try to blow through it. Dunsparce, which is not too bad. A lot of people are thinking this is going to replace Bridget just because it lets you search your deck for up to 3 basic Pokemon and put them onto your bench, and then you have to shuffle your deck afterwards. And as always, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be as played. I honestly don't think it's going to be as played as people think it's going to be, but it's too early to tell. Very too early to tell. Experience share. Okay, so this is mixed with some lightning Pokemon here. Ooh, you get an Oranguru, which is pretty nice. Okay. More grass energy. Oh, and you get a Guzma. Okay, that's definitely some positive points for this deck as well. Guzma is a like 2 or 3 of in almost every deck that you see. Lets you switch your opponent's Pokemon as well as your own Pokemon. So there's definitely a lot of combos you can pull off with that one. Okay, so it looks like this one comes with the Magnetric, which we'll take a look at here in a second. You get How, Ultra Ball, of course, and then there's the Magnetric. This is also another very good card. If you go second and this Pokemon is in your hand, you're setting up to play, you may put it face down as you're active or on your bench. So you don't even have to evolve to the Electrike. You can just straight evolve into the Magnetric if you choose to do so, or just put Magnetric's face down and just start off with it. And it's got a pretty nice attack, 40 damage, and you can attach 2 basic energy cards from your hand to one of your benched Pokemon. Very, very playable card. Definitely something to look out for when you're out there in tournaments. I'm pretty sure someone will make a very good deck out of that. And then we get Copycat, which is going to be probably included in a lot of decks. It's a pretty decent draw supporter. I think it might be replaced later on, but you know, we'll see what the next expansion has in store for us. Lantern, pretty interesting ability. When one of your Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack, you may move a basic energy card from that Pokemon to this Pokemon, essentially just powering this guy up, you know, as a backup, I guess you could say. So not too bad. I'm sure if you have multiple Lanterns, you can kind of just keep chaining all of the energy and just kind of stack up from there. Trico, Grovyle, so this gives you all the necessary evolutions, especially when Sceptile GX comes out in the November set, which is also one of the most sought after cards, or I think it's going to be a very popular card. Snover, Magnetric, Grass again, another Sceptile, okay, this one's the non-hollow, Copycat, Leaf, Timer Ball, Chinchou, Lightning, Tayonliza, Abomasnow, Nest Ball, Lantern, Furfrou, Electrike, Kukui, Grass, Grovyle, and then all the other trimmings from then on out. Okay, so overall, this is a pretty good theme deck. It's got the Guzma, it's got the Tayonliza. What else did I have? I had the Magnetric, which is always a good start. Yeah, this is definitely one worth picking up, especially if you are a Sceptile fan, and especially for this beautiful coin here. I'm excited to see what the Swampert coin looks like, but yeah, check that out there. All right, let me go ahead and close this back up so that way we can go ahead and have more space to open up the next set, which is kind of like my deck that I'm going to be building here pretty soon. If I can close this. Okay. Technical difficulties with cardboard. Sorry. Or plastic, I guess. All right. So, oops. I didn't even put the promo back in. Ha. 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 There we go. All right. Yep. I got to redo all this. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I don't mean to waste time like this. I really don't. All right. There we go. Starting off again. Yep, now we got it. Now we got it. Okay, now let's look at the other theme deck. I'll put this one off to the side. Here we go with Hydro Fury. So Swampert is the main star for this one, and like I said, I am making I will be making a deck out of this particular Pokemon. It's got an awesome ability as well as a pretty decent attack. Ooh, plastic alert there. Okay, so again, you get the playmat. Again, you get the tokens, the little poster, the checklist, and then here's the coin. Not that bad. I'm going to honestly say, without being biased, I do like the Sceptile coin a lot better, but even still, this is a nice shade of blue. I love the blue they do on the coins here, and it's not a bad pose. You know, it's pretty nice. I like it. Not too shabby. And then here is the deck box for that. Sorry, I had to put something away. For that, for this theme deck here, and then here is the holographic Swampert that you get with this. So the ability, once during your turn, you may discard a card from your hand. If you do, you draw 3 cards. It's basically Zoroark GX's ability, but with 1 extra card. The only drawback is this is a stage 2 as opposed to a stage 1. So you have to kind of weigh your pros and cons here. Hydro Pump, 80 damage. You can put no color, like no water energy on this and just fill it up with like maybe lightning, grass, whatever, because it is colorless energy. But yeah, obviously you're gonna wanna put water energy here. This attack does 20 more damage times the amount of water energy attached to this Pokemon. You put 3 water energies, you are doing a total of 140, or with a choice band, 170 knocking out a Tapu Lele. So this is definitely a very good card. I love water Pokemon and it's a very awesome ability. I really dig the card, which is why I'm going to try to build a deck out of that. Alrighty, water. More water energy. More water energy. Oh, and you get the Macargo in this one. It would make sense. That way you're guaranteed to draw a specific card that you want. So not too bad. I'm getting ideas now. Professor Kukui, water, fire, Copycat, Skitty, water, Lure Ball, Snover, the Masked Royal, which is kind of, at first glance, you kind of think this is a very, very, like, just terrible supporter card. Attach a basic energy card from your hand to one of your stage 2 water, grass, grass, fire, or water Pokemon. You would think that it's not worth it because it has to be a basic energy card and it has to be a stage 2 Pokemon, but it could come like in specific situations where you need that extra energy to be able to put onto your Pokemon. When I was playing the pre-release, I used this card actually quite a bit and I was pretty happy with it. So I understand why it's put in here. It makes sense that it's put in here. And I might consider still putting 1 or 2 in my deck too when I get the chance to building it. Fire, Apricorn Maker, water, Escape Rope, Nest Ball, Abomasnow. Interesting that the other one comes with the grass version. Obviously it does. Marshtomp, water, Ultra Ball, Lady, Slugma, fire, Kukui, Mudkip, water, Snover, Skitty, Furfrou, more water, Delcatty, Howl, Rescue Stretcher, okay, not bad. Fire, Timer Ball, water, another Swampert, Nest Ball, Titanizer, Dunsparce, water, Switch, Snover, water, Slugma, Howl, Marshtomp, water, Abomasnow, Mudkip, a Frost Rotom? What? Really? Of all cards, they're gonna put in a Frost Rotom? Who asked for that? I'm sorry, no. There's just too many Rotoms in the world. Okay, all right, whatever. This attack does 20 more damage times the amount of energy attached to all your opponent's Pokemon. Yeah. But then you have to like have 9, no, sorry, I'm not even gonna defend it. And then, of course, a water energy. So obviously a lot of water in this deck. But that is pretty much the deck right there. Cards to point out, definitely the, where is it? If I can find it again. It's definitely going to be the Macargo. I'm pretty happy to get, yeah, there it is. The 1 Macargo in there at the very least. Other than that, it's a pretty standard deck. Swampert is a pretty powerful card all on its own. Now, to think about which deck is better, it's kind of hard to say because they both have their pros and cons. However, without being biased, because I have to leave all bias out of this. I have to consider the attack. I have to consider if these were going up against each other, you know, which one become more powerful, faster. I'm gonna have to say that the Sceptile deck, the Leaf Charge, if you're going to have to pick one, and you're not particular to any type of Pokemon or any one Pokemon, I'm honestly gonna say that Leaf Charge, the Sceptile deck, is probably the best choice. Not to say that Swampert isn't a good deck. This is also a very strong deck, but the Leaf Charge is much faster. Plus, you are immune to Ultra Beast, which Ultra Beasts are played a lot nowadays in the meta. With Swampert, you're relying on just pretty much raw power. You have to be able to charge and build up pretty fast your energy counts. And once you do, yeah, it's gonna be really strong. But I think speed in this case would be much better than power. So, I mean, and this even does 120 anyway for 1 energy, and you can build up that energy quick. So definitely Leaf Charge, I think, is the way to go. But if you are biased and you do have a favorite type, and your favorite type is water, just get the Swampert one. I mean, that's just a no-brainer. Just get the Swampert one. But overall, guys, these are awesome theme decks. You really can't go wrong with either of those. Definitely pick one of them up, especially if you think you're going to build a deck out of those. If you want to build that Sceptile GX deck later on in the future, I suggest you definitely get the Leaf Charge one. But if you're wanting to go to the water route and do the Hydro Pump, Swampert, and get that Micargo, definitely go for that as well. So that's gonna be it, guys. Hopefully you like taking a quick look at the theme decks and figuring out which one's better for you. Tomorrow we will be looking at the 3-pack blisters. That will be pretty much close to the end. After that, then we have the online booster pack opening, and then if I can find the 1-pack blisters for Celestial Storm, we'll take a look at those as well. So again, that's gonna be it, guys. Please like, subscribe, comment, do what you gotta do. I'll see you all in the next video.